Hey guys, welcome back to Minute Watch, and this is the Seiko SARY053. This is the JDM model, or Japan Domestic Market model, under their Presage lineup. And in the last video, if you're a subscriber or a friend of mine, I like to call people my friends. I don't want to be like, oh, you're subscribing to me. No, you guys are my friends. And so if you've seen the last video, you know that I picked this up from my buddy, and he had that badass Grand Seiko. Oh, it gives me the crisis in the pants. And but I picked this one up, and here's the video for this watch for now. So let's get right into it. This watch features the newer 4R38A automatic mechanical movement. It beats at 21,600 BPH, employs 24 joules, has a power reserve of more than 41 hours, and has an average accuracy of -35 to +45 seconds. Also, as an added bonus, there is a magnetic resistance of 4800 A/tiny m, or amperes per meter. Or is it minute? I think it's per meter? I think so. Anyway, the movement is windable. You spinny McSpinner and you get the rotor going, and the movement will start to move around. And it is hackable, or it does have stop seconds, which I will demonstrate right now. You pull the crown all the way out and the movement stops. There is not a screw down crown, but the crown is signed with Seiko's typical Superman S situation there. I really like that. It's super special. And the top glass is sapphire, and it's very clear. It's a very clear sapphire, even though there's no AR coating. It is a very clear, very, very nicely done glass, and really impressed with that glass. The dial reflects a nice brown. I don't know if you can see that in this light. And every time I try to bring another light in the picture, it just totally doesn't work. But let's try this light. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. So much juicy brown people. I don't know why I said that. That's pretty racist. But it does reflect a nice, beautiful brown hue. And I love those hands. They're polished on one side. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get there. They're polished on one side. They're split down the middle, polished on one side, and then textured on the other. That's a really nice touch. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a really nice touch. I really like that. And the indices are also textured in the center of each indice. They're textured, and the borders around them are nicely cut. I don't think they're like diamond cut or anything, but they're still really nicely cut. They do shimmer in the light. It's nice. It's the nice people. And what else we got here? Got the list. I got the list of justice there on the tablet of being. And oh, the trim around the open heart. I don't know if you can see that. You can't really see that, but hey, let's bring that light again. Nope. But it does, with your eyes and many light, you'll be able to see it kind of reflects a rainbowy look. And I was eating Cheetos, guys. I was eating Cheetos. I was shoving them in my face. And I did wash my hands, but you know, after eating 30 or 40 of those Cheetos, they kind of stain. Sorry, but yeah, love that surround around the open heart. It does reflect that rainbowy look. The dial is pretty clean. It's very clear, very legible. The only thing I really kind of weird about is the indices kind of go over the open heart like that. Do you see that? How they just kind of creep over them? I would have liked the open heart to have been more, not more, but I would like the indices to have been cut out to not cover the ring. But you know, I guess that's for cost saving situations. They're not gonna do that. But overall, really well done. The bezel is really nice. Oh, my back is just killing me. Oof. So obviously it's stainless steel. Everything is really high quality stainless steel. The case is beautifully done, polished very nicely, brushed on this side, polished on the top center-ish layer of the case, and then on the tops brushed again. Just nice diverse range of finishing. And let me just wipe it down again. This is such a shimmery. Look at how shimmery this watch is. But it is a nice, nicely done watch. I'm very, very impressed with this watch. The bracelet is it's a very good bracelet. I'm very impressed. I'm gonna say very, 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 very impressed with this bracelet. Look at how it just kind of shimmers. It captures the light very in a good lighting, like if you go to, you know, like a gala event where there's lots of overhead lighting, or something as auspicious as Costco. This thing is just going to bling your face off. This thing's gonna bling your face off. It's a very, very nice bracelet. The bracelet is solid. You're not gonna see that fakey McFaker little line in the links. It is a solid bracelet. The end link is very solid, and here you can see the golden rotor that Seiko has put on this 4R38 through that Hardlex rear glass, the screw down case. It's pretty standard Seiko buckle system with the double release mechanism, and it's a, you know, this is gonna be where all the scratches happen. But it's really well done. Everything's polished. The bracelet is actually really good. I'm very, very impressed by this bracelet. This watch is pretty sweet. I'm serious. This is a really sweet watch. It's probably the most bang for the buck you can get from Seiko right now. In my opinion, I mean, there are some Seiko 5s that will give you a more bang for the buck, but this is fantastic. Oh, the curves on the lugs. This watch is a little bit big, but because the lugs curve down so much like that, it works well on small wrists. And let's put it on my wrist here. So this is about a 42 millimeter case, and I'll get to the measurements a little bit. And ow, funny bone, not so funny. So you can't really see on this in this camera. It does look kind of big on my little wristicle, but it does wear very, very nicely. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that angle. Ain't that some shit right there? That's a nice angle, right? It's very nice. If you have a smaller wrist like me, this watch will work very good, even though it looks slightly bigger. It's got this commanding, I am the shiniest thing in the room presence, you know, and and it just so happens to be beautiful. It's not just shiny. It's got personality as well, you know. She's not just a dirty hooker. She's a high class dirty hooker, isn't she? Yeah. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, you see where my mind is. Okay. So there is only one micro adjustment on the bracelet, which is kind of a bummer, but there are so many links that you can remove. Then this should go down to, I'm gonna say, maybe about a 6¼ inch wrist will be able to use this bracelet. Don't quote me on that, but I think that might be okay. And oh man, with the black background, this thing is just glorious. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's no loom, so there's not gonna be a loom shot. But gosh, it's, you know what? Let's compare it to. Oh wait, before that, this bracelet has polished edges on the insides of the center links. Can you see them? They're polished, and that just gives such a beautiful reflection. The bracelet, I think they spent more time on the bracelet than anything else, and rightly so, because they use it in a couple different models. I'm actually going to get one of this Swatch's sister models for myself. This is my buddy's one, of course, but I just really, really, really like this. This is beautiful. And let's let me get my my gamepad here, and let's get to the measurements, shall we? Boom. Okay, so the case, I got 41.9 millimeters. Lug to lug, I got 48.9 millimeters. Thickness, 11.6 millimeters. And lug width, I got 22 millimeters. So as you can see, it's a bit of a hefty watch. Great for those with medium size and even bigger wrists, but still good for those of us who have small little wristlets. Let's compare it against the SARY053, which is upside down. All right, here we go. So we're all familiar with the SARY053. It's a great watch, good value, smaller size great for smaller wrists. A little bit more expensive, and I actually think that the SARY053 is a nicer and better deal. It's cut nicer, it looks nicer, it feels nicer, in my opinion. It's just a little bigger. That's the only caveat I have, and they both offer great value. The SARY053 does have that brilliant seconds hand. You see the seconds hand? I know this is not a video about the SARY053, but I love that seconds hand. It's very nice. The Sari is much more shimmery, as you can clearly see. I think it's just more shimmery. They both are really good models, but I'm really impressed with this SARY053. So, in conclusion, if you can get this watch for about $250 US, it'll be a great deal. It's fantastic. I love the way this watches, and you know, some of you have been on the fence on it, and I think you should just go ahead and get it. Oh, hey, Uncle Jimmy, what's up? What do you want to say? Well, I just want to say that if you buy this SARY053, yeah, you won't be sorry. Oh, jeez. Okay, Uncle Jimmy, you're an idiot, but I love you. So that's my review, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, forgot to mention a couple things. It is water resistant to, I believe, 100 meters. Let's see. Yeah, 10 bar, 100 meters, 10 bar. And there is another model. I think it's for the international export model, the SSA257, which is virtually identical, but I think that difference is that the SSA257 does not reflect that wonderful brown hue. Don't quote me on that. It just appears that way from what I can see on the internet, as well as somebody who owns the watch has confirmed to me that it does not reflect brown. But it's that's just what I've come up with. I could be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, again, thanks for watching.